get out my memo in my phone as well.
Presumably after getting Lyra's secret, the killer proceeded to blackmail Lyra into obtaining everyone else's secrets. Lyra did this by getting Takiko to drug people, and then she took the monopads when people were under the effects of the drugs. First, Rei proposed a hypnosis show. Shortly afterwards, Kotaro asked Rei to get Aichi to be more trusting of his old friends. This was done in an attempt to make Aichi happy. However, said old friend was listening right around the corner, and started to hatch their plan. After the hypnosis show, the killer then broke all the clocks around the lab. This was done to confuse alibis and people's timings, so no one had an airtight alibi.
Yeah, and it worked a lot with me.
Finally, the killer prepared the room they were going to commit the act in, stuffing the vents in the lecture hall to act as soundproofing, setting up the string traps, and prepping the water by the maintenance door.
So Mint earlier said that he didn't see stuff in the vent, but that must have been earlier. I've forgotten what time he said that happened.
Having spent a lot of time in the lecture hall organizing the hypnosis show, the killer must have learned about the door's existence. The killer then used the secrets they'd gotten earlier to organize meetings between people, or cause people to make their own meetings. They also put a note near Asuka's door, who they knew would not see it until later, so the killer could have an alibi of being in a meeting too. However, the killer made a fatal error. They did not account for Taka, presuming he'd go along with Asuka. At this point, everyone was placed around the lab due to the notes. Ismini, Rei, and Takiko were in the infirmary. Lyra and Kotaro were in the gym. Me, Emilia, and Mint were in the medicine storage. Kiyoshi and Alora were occupying each other, so the killer didn't account for them. And Asuka would find the note and go to Lab 1 soon. The killer conducted us perfectly. Having done this, the killer went to talk to Aichi, knowing he'd trust them due to the hypnosis. They used this newfound trust to get him to go to the lecture hall with them.
Yeah, this might also be why I'm actually struggling with this in my head, because this is actually really explaining it, and it's reminding me of what I'd forgotten. Yes, the scene with Emilia and Shinku in the medicine storage was after the hypnosis show. Oh god, for some reason, yeah. That's why I've been having so much trouble visualising this in my head, because I've got the timings confused completely, because it's been a while since my last recording session, so I'd completely forgotten what actually went down in the sort of lead up to discovering Aichi's body, and I was completely getting the timings confused in my head.
At this point, the sudden attack must have broken Aichi out of the hypnosis due to the real danger, or potentially something the killer was trying to make him do being against his morals. Either way, due to this, a physical scuffle ensued, one the killer had prepared for and knew they couldn't win without underhanded methods.
Page 2.
The killer pointed one of the spotlights from the hypnosis show directly in Aichi's eyes, blinding him briefly. They took the opportunity when he was stunned to shove him into one of the string traps they'd set up earlier, restraining his arms.
Still haven't really explained exactly how these string traps work, but I guess that's something that they're not going to explain. You just got to assume, okay, you're right, yeah, it works. It just works. Insert Todd What's-His-Face clip here.
This was when the killer's plan really set in motion. While Aichi was restrained, the killer tied the noose around his neck and hung him to the ceiling, meaning the moment she cut the string traps, he'd be hanging.
Okay.
Using the gardening shears Yui had taken from the Biodome garden, she cut the strings, leaving Aichi to hang and suffocate.
Yeah, this is another reason why you can't really get a sense of how this worked in RPG Maker, because of the limitations of what you can actually show in Engine. So, yeah. In normal Danganronpa, you would be able to see it, because you probably get CGs for it and everything.
Due to the lack of drop, his neck must not have broken, meaning he suffocated to death. During his last moments of life, Aichi clearly tried to escape his fate, not wanting to die. He must have pulled against the rope, causing his bloody fingertips. And that's when... I come in, baby!
You're joining in, are you?
Oh, I've got this, Taka, no worries.
No! It's my time to shine!
Yeah, the only time I think we've ever seen someone else try to do this was in DR2 with Nagito, wasn't it?
So, I was out on a little stroll searching for Sugi when I heard some noises from the door of the lecture hall. I walked in expecting some sort of show, but no! Boom! Murder! Of course, the killer hadn't accounted for me coming in, so they were a bit shocked and not the most dandy of moods. So instead of a nice greeting or something, they shoved a spotlight on me, knocking the great Taka out. Really, the disrespect. The attack was rushed, so while they aimed to kill me, I was just unconscious. This meant I witnessed everything.
Thanks, Taka. So then, the killer tossed the...
They shoved the gardening shears they'd used to cut the strings
He's just
to the
gonna
side,
go for it.
leaving them to specifically frame Minty. Dastardly! After committing assault and homicide, the killer then used the stage curtain to climb up. Climb up where, you may ask?
My brain was momentarily working then, because as soon as you said "you may ask," I immediately thought of freaking Ligma jokes. Ligma, what you say? Climb up where? No, that doesn't work.
Drum roll, please.
If you can think up a terrible joke to go with that, ladies and gentlemen, do let me know in the comments. You don't get a prize, but I'll, certainly post a comment back to you saying well done.
The maintenance store. Wow.
Please, Shinku, you might want to take over again.
There, the killer had
Yes.
stashed some water bottles from earlier, when Alora purified water during...
My wonderful,
God.
fantastic, villainous scheme.
We're just going to do this together, are we?
Yes, those. They then used that water to clean off any blood from the physical confrontations they'd had with Aichi.
The killer had also stashed makeup up there. What kind of makeup? Foundation! And no, the makeup wasn't just there to make the killer look fabulous!
Fabulous.
Foundation
I can't
helped
do
to hide
that.
the bruises and marks the killer had gained through the physical confrontation with Aichi. Due to the killer's previous experience with makeup, this was fairly easy. The killer then rushed through the maintenance door and made their escape along the pipes the door led to. They did this to stop walking through the halls, in case Kiyoshi and Alora left their rooms, so they could move to Lab 1 without being seen.
Ooh, gas coming up my throat.
Unfortunately, the killer did a bit of a fucky-wucky there.
Jeez, who talks like this?
Yup, they did. They accidentally lost their balance a bit and dropped the foundation that was in their pocket into the waters below.
I suppose really what it shows, these sometimes quite silly lines, is the real difficulty in actually, doing a good script. Script writing's hard, because you want to make the dialogue somewhat genuine and believable, but without making it so crazy that it just gets an eye roll from your audience.
This foundation then dissolved into the water and cutely found its way into the sterilization chamber.
Actually, I didn't explain that very well. You want to make your dialogue believable, but you also want to make it stand out a bit, for the sake of characterization. But there's like a point at which the dialogue becomes so ridiculous if you, go wild with it, that it can elicit an eye roll. That's what I was trying to say, sorry. I'm tiring now, okay?
But the killer thought,
No biggie. I can just use that to frame a suga.
Nice.
the killer accidentally forgot their skin tone was not the exact same as Asuga's. L-O-L.
You didn't say the second dash. The hell, man? What's wrong with you?
So then this, though!
I got it from here, Taka.
But I thought I was being quite a good protagonist. I even became painfully generic.
Okay.
Really. Having traveled along the pipes, the killer made it to the other side of the lab without being spotted.
Thank you, Shinku. You have a much more speedier delivery.
They then entered Lab 1 to have their meeting with Asuga. The meeting lasted roughly 20 minutes. Enough time for the killer to establish an alibi. However, partway through the meeting, someone found Aichi and Taka, which triggered the body discovery announcement. Asuga, growing very worried about where their friend was.
That's me! I'm the friend!
Excellent contribution, Taka.
Ahem. Asuga, growing very worried about where their friend was, led the killer out of the lab. The killer used their knowledge of where the murder was to specifically lead Asuga away from the corpse and instead into the hallway. On their way through the hallway, Asuga and the killer ran into me. I had just left the medicine storage after hearing the body discovery announcement. It created the perfect alibi for the killer.
And there we have it. Whoa, jeez. Give me the finger there, are you, Yui? Nice little
And
CG,
killer,
that.
the one who murdered Aichi Sakaguchi and tried to kill Taka, is you, Yui Iode, Ultimate Conductor.
And there she is. Great action poses. Shinku, what's with your shirt with the lettering near the hem? I just noticed that. Okie doke. Break. Well, we've still got the execution yet, though, ladies and gentlemen.
You told us to give you evidence? There you go. From the way the murder was done, to how you were able to get Lyra to go quiet and break down. All the evidence points to you.
So?
All the evidence points to you. All the evidence points to you!
I'm sorry, have you even reviewed the evidence for 2 goddamn minutes?
She's still at it. You know what? Let's just vote.
Here I was thinking you had some modicum of intelligence, but I suppose that would be optimistic for you lot.
Name one thing that proves your innocence, Yui.
One thing? Shinku, dearie.
I do hate having to repeat.
You know what? That's fine. We won't get you to repeat yourself because you've been repeating yourself a lot these last few minutes.
Do I need to talk slower?
Oh, for fuck's sake, no. No.
Yui, the super special ultimate conductor. I could never hurt a fly, oh no. So I could never hurt a human either. I'm pretty, I'm popular, I'm sweet, I'm drop-dead gorgeous, a princess, a celebrity, an ultimate!
Just vote.
I'm everything. I'm perfect. I'm superior to all of you.
Got it. So why? Why is someone as intelligent, mighty, beautiful, pure, desirable, special as me
stuck with disgusting little trash like you? It sickens me to my very core.
I just don't get it.
You're all shut-in idiots.
So why are people... No.
Inferior harlots like you, able to get your happy endings when I'm not?
Can someone just cut her off and just say, you know what, that's enough?
I did everything.
I played dumb, it was patronizing, disgusting, but still, it's not enough?
What are you even on about?
Are we going to get some motive here?
Oh, shut up for 2 minutes! Don't make me talk any slower. Shut your mouth and get it through your head. I did it!
Oh, there we go, finally.
There, happy? Satisfied?
Is your hero complex satisfied, my dear?
Yeah, I think sometimes with the delivery, they have to be careful not to leave too long gaps between sentences.
You murdered... Why? What?
Oh, sweetie.
Stop acting like you knew him. Only I truly cared. Oh, my prince. My beloved. Of course. He was led astray.
Yeah, you could speed up the delivery of the line sometimes still, but it's just a minor point.
Prince?
Okay, is there some pre-existing relationship here?
Do you idiots never let...
Right, just tell me what it is.
Every girl has one. He was mine. I knew since I met him when I was 7. He was mine. But he never wanted that.
So you're a yandere, basically, is that what we're saying?
No. My darling just had to make it so difficult. It didn't matter how special I was. How perfect I was.
Speak up.
How intelligent. Pretty. I was...
Yeah, they do still sometimes have issues where they... I don't know. I'm no expert at voice acting, but I don't know. If I was the director, I would say, you know, try and speak up and enunciate clearly. Even if you are playing a moment where it sounds like the character is speaking a bit lower, you still need to speak up a bit.
So I tried to get him back on track, but of course, that just scared him more.
It was all awfully tiring. Goodness, you men are fickle. Oh, goodness, dear Lyrene.
Don't give me that look. You disgusting little leech. Thanks for helping me, by the way. Aichi surely thanks you from beyond the grave.
Shut up.
Shut the hell up! You used me and you used those words and...
If you loved him so much, why did you kill him?
She's a psycho.
Love can drive one to madness.
Yeah, she's a yandere.
I needed my prince. Everyone else got theirs. Kyoshi went gallivanting off with that emotionless husk of a human. Ray became obsessed with the druggy slut, and every other option was not viable aside from my dearest prince from my childhood.
Awfully romantic, isn't it?
It was always meant to be him and me. He tried to run. I knew what I had to do when he became persistent with saying no.
You could have just said yes to me.
But of course, he continues to deny perfection. It was awfully tiring.
So, not just a psycho, but narcissistic as well.
Why should everyone else get their happy endings, but not me? I've worked for this. Goodness. It felt so good to finally rid him from this earth. I thought I'd get a new prince if he was gone. Someone who wasn't blind to how perfect I was.
I don't know about that.
My head was rushing. All that pent-up anger. From years of rejection. Let out. It was so special. What a special moment.
Probably the reason why these trials actually do take so long, even though there's so few truth bullets, technically, not just is because of me flailing around. It's probably also because of lines like this, where they really stretch them out.
You're sick. Your arguments are meaningless. Because I did nothing wrong. I never do anything wrong. My plan was flawless. You're just lucky it saw me commit it.
I have a name.
You sounded so...
Death wish from the way you're acting.
Just shut up, Yui! You killed Aichi for no reason! You're selfish, entitled, and you took everything dear away from me!
You're welcome.
Okay, I'll be honest, I knew she was messed up, but this is a bit more than I expected.
I try awfully hard to hide how smart I actually am. Dad always said intelligence wasn't attractive, but of course none of that matters now.
That's an interesting line. Dad said intelligence wasn't attractive. What's your parent like?
Yep, none of it matters one bit. Although I suppose I should be impressed. You managed to be somehow less sympathetic than the literal serial killer.
Fair point. Yeah, I don't feel any sort of empathy for Yui.
I'm not one for genuine crying.
Breakdowns are just a sign of weakness, you know? But it's all over.
Thanks a hell of a lot, idiots.
You're welcome, I suppose.
Fucking speak
Yeah.
like a regular human being.
Okay, on that one I'll agree with you a little bit. Maybe not quite in such brash terms, but okay.
Ironic coming from you. Your voice just dropped 8 octaves.
Are you going to say it? Can we just vote now? Yeah, it's funny how certain lines don't seem to play.
Please.
Assuming
I'm
there is a line
so
that's meant to
tired
play.
and upset. I don't know.
That's probably wise. Alright everyone, it's voting time. Let's see if you got it right.
Vote, vote, vote. Send her to the grave. Meow, and you're correct. Great job on avoiding your impending death once more, meow. Oh, they really did. How dare you? What's wrong, dearie? No use getting mad at me now. No, I'm mad. I hate you. He was the only one who cared for me. Meow, you got this guy. You got this. His what? His what? His umife? His umife? What? I've never heard that word before. Is that even a word? You heard me. You blackmail liar and you expect people to not be mad. Goodness, you fitting great in my industry. So treating this like any of you know him better than me. So, you were his childhood friend after all. Childhood friend? I suppose you could think of it like that, but I saw more as soul partners. Not like any of that matters now. You idiots figured me out by some stroke of twisted luck. So, why did you do it? Was your connection with Aichi that turbulent? Did he hurt you? What are you looking at me for? Are you expecting me to break down or some shit, cry, get on the floor and act pathetic? I'm not giving you that satisfaction. I didn't need a complex motivation. I just needed to leave. I've been trapped here with you street rats. I needed to get out to achieve stardom. Imagine that. A single sole survivor from a massacre of ultimates. I'd be treated as a celebrity, a national treasure. I'd be worshipped. So basically, it's just narcissism is the reason, I guess. Who cares if a few pointless lives had to die to get out, to get there? You're all criminals and I'd be set for life. So you did this for the publishing deals, the fame, the attention? You're willing to have us all die to achieve that? Why are you acting like this is such a big thing? None of you are worth anything in my eyes. A bunch of idiotic lowlives with the collective intelligence of a mentally stunted 60-year-old. We're going back to this, are we? While you are smarter than I initially perceived, I can guarantee you I am far more intelligent than you. But at least I have a personality. You're just an emotionally stunted freak. You really think so lowly of all of us? Yes! Is that not clear already? Yeah, she's a textbook bitch. Can we just accept that and move on? But I don't understand. Why are you so dumb this entire time? Surely we'd be more bearable if you didn't act like that all the time. Well, there's a reason your professor felt a need to lower your grades to get his way. What? Don't even mention him. How did you know that? Secret's dumb, bitch. Keep up. But simply put, men don't like women who are smarter than them. But why, Aichi? Why murder him if you knew him so well, huh? Ask again, did he hurt you? Aichi, right, him. Do you feel no fucking remorse for killing your goddamn friend? Huh? It's not my fault. Aichi just did something very stupid. Huh? Meow, here we go. Initially, after I overheard Aichi would finally be pushing aside his unjustified grudge against me due to his hypnosis, I was excited. At meeting, I lured him. Fuck, try that again. That meeting, right, you know, I'm getting sick of doing the sing-song voice, I'll just talk normally. That meeting I lured him to in the lecture hall, I asked him something very special when he was on that stage. I asked him if he loved me. He should love me by now, I thought. If he finally loves me, we could lure Talca in and kill together then escape, toe in toe, as destiny wanted us to. That wouldn't work. It's only the person who does the killing who gets to graduate, isn't it? As fate wanted you to. G'day mates, can you stop the fate speech for 2 goddamn seconds? That's not justification for killing. And the job is... I wonder how many families lost people because you gave the... Oh, Lyra, what have you done? I don't want to hear any of that from you. Right, I'll get back to that later. The traps were set up for Talca if he said yes, and for him if he said no. And he did something very stupid. He said no. Huh. So I decided to dispose of him and the troublesome secrets he had on me. Troublesome secrets? Right. He had knowledge of me more deep than any sort of secret motive could provide, after all. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you're a stalker.
From the very beginning, it's just been him and me together. He was my one and only friend growing up. We shared everything. We shared every little secret, every wish, every grievance. We were closer than anyone. And as I grew older, he became my prince.
You were in love?
I was, I believe. There was no other path forward. Neither mine nor his emotions mattered in the end. It was meant to be us. It's what life wanted. It's what I wanted. We were sharing secrets one day, and I told him that I loved him, and he started becoming very... stupid. He told me no. He told me he just wanted to be friends. So I tried becoming more pretty. I tried acting more stupid. I isolated him from every other girl in his life. He asked me what the hell was wrong with me. He begged me to stop. He asked for his friend to come back. He said I had become emotionally damaging and abusive.
Sure sounds like it.
Right. What foolish buzzwords.
Yeah, speed up the delivery a bit, please.
As the years went on, and I tried to keep him closer and closer, he tried to drift further away. I could not allow that. So, I did what needed to be done. But it backfired. He became a hermit. Locked himself indoors. Told me he never wanted to see me again. What a fool. What an idiot. What a childish creature.
Yeah, do just need to speed up the delivery a bit. I know I'm saying that quite a few times, but seriously, I mean that as constructive criticism. I'm not trying to be rude or anything.
So when he couldn't move past his childish, unfounded grudge, I got rid of him. It was time for me to find a new prince. Of course. You've all stopped that.
So he didn't He didn't love me. There's no use in a friendship like that with no progression. You did all of this because you couldn't let go of a friendship that you screwed up. I screwed it up. I'm sorry, I screwed it up. He was the one who couldn't man up and say yes. G'day mates, you were willing to let us all die so you could escape and get fame and a boyfriend or whatever. And what's so wrong about that? Seeing all your secrets, none of you have a future. Especially not you. Don't. What, don't you want everyone to know that the whole debatist girl next door thing is a farce? What's going on? Like, you're... that yearbook, you're not actually the... G'day, don't you eat, don't say a word. What are you going to do if I tell everyone you're actually the ultimate con artist? Oh, Hideki? Was his name Hideki from Hope Restoration? The guy in the cap? Is he secretly Lyra all along? Because he was a con artist, wasn't he? God, I should check Hope Restoration, see if there's been any more chapters released of it. Because there's only a prologue, from what I remember. Okay, she's the ultimate con artist. A sharp noise resonated through the air. She punched her. Good.
You manipulative, conniving!
What's with the sour expression? Mad your little secret got exposed? Mad that everyone knows what a two-faced whore you are?
Two-faced? If there's anyone here, it's you!
I did what any reasonable person would try to do. Escape.
At least I admit I'm a terrible person. You seem to deny it in every way and hope the world just bends to your will.
Admit you're a terrible person? Is that why you lie about your talent and name?
Say what you want about my talent, but my name is none of your goddamn business.
Well, you just physically assaulted me, so I believe it is.
Shut up. I don't care about anything you have to say now. You used what I hide for Taki and my own safety to kill someone.
Get over it already. Why don't you go get knocked up again or something?
Okay, I think everyone needs to start back and just let him on an echo handler.
Dare you!
Whatever, you can cry about it later over some booze or lines or whatever you're killing yourself with this time.
Stop. You don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Lyra, step back. Just don't say anything. Don't play into her hands.
Oh, I do. Thanks to your help getting all the secrets. Thank you.
Go to hell, Yui.
Yeah, let Mononeko do it. Is it true? Well, I guessing so it is. Why are you... G'day mates, I'm sorry. Sorry, I have to predicate everything as you always with g'day if I'm doing that Australian accent. For the record, most of what I've told you all is a lie, and I'm entirely aware how self-destructive it is. But I won't attempt to deny or justify it. I'm a horrible person, that's it. You make your money your way, I'll make it mine. It was the only way to... You can deal with that can of worms later, this is about me. Go be a good girl and inject God knows what into your veins while we talk. Oh, Jesus. More gas coming up my throat. Stop. Again. Nah, how do you keep doing that? It's just a neat little phrase I learned that shuts her up. Awfully useful when she's annoying. How long have you... I've been planning this for a while. It was the perfect plan. I would have been out of here by now. I'd be a celebrity if it weren't for... it walking in. Yeah, you're welcome. I single-handedly unravelled your plan. You barely contributed to the trial. Can we just execute Titty Clef already? She keeps making weird-ass faces, giving me the creeps. Yes, I'm with you on this one. We don't need to hear anything else. She's mad. She's friggin' just not going to repent or anything. You know, if you want to really shove it in her face, tell her that if she's so perfect, how come she didn't succeed? Ask her that. Blow her mind. Yeah, I'd love to, but it's not entirely satisfying to send someone off after they've seemingly already recovered from breaking down. So what now? Hey, Yui, what do you think your crime is? Oh. Mononeko, you can probably bring the despair up, can't you? Crime? Sorry, I just found that funny. Are you being serious? Me? A criminal? God, what a shitty lie you tried to convince everyone of. I've never done anything that would get me arrested, I've just lived my life. Meow, a lie, huh? So you think you're entirely and completely innocent? Yes, it's why I would have been respected if I got out so much. A clean, perfect ultimate with not a single crime on their plate, who by some blessing of fate was the sole survivor of a game meant to massacre criminal ultimates. Meow, so much noise. Do me a favour and shut up for now. It's time for something special. Oh no. Punishment time? Oh.
Welcome to the third edition of Getting to Know Your Fellow Patients Better.
Motive video.
Today, we're going to be getting to know Lyra, Amelia, and Yui. Let's get started, shall we? As Yui so graciously told everyone earlier, Lyra Chattel, ultimate debatist, isn't a debatist at all. Lyra Chattel is actually the ultimate con artist. However, that isn't her crime, as Hopespeak actually specifically gave her that title after she attempted to enter the school under false pretenses.
Okay, interesting. Also, so basically, since we've not got a double murder, then it would appear that this game isn't breaking that particular trope. But there is a trope here that it is abiding by, which is the reveal about a character. Look at, the three main Danganronpa games. Trial 2 always involves a reveal about someone. It does. All the time. Chihiro. Friggin', sort of Peko, but not quite. Well, actually, no, there is a bit of a reveal with Peko. Her connection to Fuyuhiko, I guess. And in V3, it's Kirumi. So, this one isn't breaking the tropes, then. This one's sticking with it.
They saw her talents and thought they could use them. They also saw her connections with certain organized crime groups.
No. Well, geez, hello there.
Lyra Chattel has been involved in a very notorious organized crime group since the age of 14.
What, the Kuzuryu clan or something?
During her time in this game, she's committed multiple felonies. However, the most consistent felony she's committed is the dealing of illegal narcotics.
A drug dealer,
She's
okay.
sold more narcotics than anyone else in the group. And it's not just narcotics. Sometimes Lyra would specifically call out certain products with rocks, rat poison, and other damaging ingredients.
Oh dear.
This meant her customers would pay more for already dangerous narcotics that had been made even more dangerous due to her tampering. All in the effort to make them pay more for less. The Lyra that you knew is a complete lie. Almost everything she tells people about herself is a lie. Now, Amelia Carmine, ultimate pyrotechnician.
Pyrotechnician, is that what you were? I'd completely forgotten that. Okay, yes, looking at Lyra in a bit of a new light now, but...
Her is actually not wearing a seatbelt.
What? What?
Nah, I'm kidding.
Thought so.
I wish it was at least something that's stupid.
God, my nose suddenly itches. Were you an arsonist?
What an absolute shocker! The self-proclaimed ultimate arsonist
Course.
committed arson!
She burnt down a hospital? Wait. Oh god, alright, it says Resident Hill Hospital. I thought for a second that said Resident Evil Hospital.
Sometimes the ends in life are the easiest ones. Still, it's super boring. So let's talk about Amelia's first time committing arson. So Amelia's dad owned this hospital, right? He was a doctor, one with a sizable income that Amelia willingly walked away from to live on the streets. Don't know why you'd want to do that, but alright. But when Amelia ran away to live on the streets, she decided to leave her daddy a little present.
Sorry if you can hear me, just scratching my nose.
Amelia burned down her dad's hospital to the ground.
Christ.
With all the patients and expensive medical equipment inside.
So I'm going to assume here you probably killed a few people.
There were hundreds of casualties and a few deaths.
Yeah.
Not that Amelia cared, as she was off to start her new life. What a completely selfish and impulsive thing to do for a bit of cathartic revenge. There are more healthy ways of dealing with your daddy issues, Amelia, but okay. And finally,
Damn.
Julia Lordy, the killer of Aichi and the ultimate conductor. She claims she believes she's entirely innocent and has done nothing wrong. Shall we see if she's right about that? Plot twist of the century, guys. She's wrong.
Has she murdered a load of girls? It looks like that might be the case.
As stated earlier, Yui has known Aichi since they were very young. However, Yui started doing illegal things once he continuously rejected her. It started with little things, verbal harassment, stalking him on social media, then went to blackmail, stalking, threats, and continuous physical and sexual harassment. Yui did everything to make sure Aichi's life would be hell until he said yes. And when he cut her out for good, Yui called a SWAT team to his house, accusing him of doing all the things that she was doing to him.
Wow.
During this SWAT His dad suffered a back injury so debilitating that he was never able to work again. Yui did everything to ruin Aichi and his family's lives. And for what? So she could date him? And still she says she's completely innocent.
Well, it's all coming out the woodwork now, isn't it?
That concludes this episode of Getting to Know Your Fellow Students Better. Tune in next time to find out who is a literal bioterrorist.
Ooh, I want to find that one out. Oh.
Just kidding.
Oh. Just kidding. Ah. You know, fun.
Or am I?
Or are you? Well, maybe you are fun after all.
Anyway, go watch something else.
What? Jesus. All sounded like a fart noise, that. That was illegal. I'm sorry Amelia killed how many people doing that? I didn't think about anyone being inside. I just wanted to give my dad a big middle finger. I didn't think about the consequences. And getting hundreds of people injured and killed was the way of doing that? Grow up. I didn't have time to think Why would you... Sorry, let me try again. Why would you willingly want to live on the streets? I would do anything to have a doctor as a dad. G'day, mates. Everyone has their own reasons for running away. Indeed. I'm personally still trying to wrap my head around how the fuck someone gets involved in organised crime at 14 goddamn years old. I don't know you that explanation, you don't want it. Everyone, shut up, shut up, shut up. This is all a distraction. It's a distraction of what Yui did. What she did to Aichi. It wasn't illegal. I was just trying to convince him You know, Skank, if you had to do all that just to try and get him to say yes, maybe you completely hated your guts. I'm almost completely certain of it. Shut up, he loved me, he just didn't know it yet. No, Miss... Oide. I assume that's how it's pronounced. That wasn't love. You wouldn't know what love is. You're trying to twist fate to suit you, but Miss Oide, fate cannot change. I've had enough of your fate talk. You don't get it, no one gets it. I didn't ruin his life, right? I'm not a terrible person. You don't get it. What's there to get? You tormented someone for years. You hurt them. You hurt their family. Meows. Oh, wrong voice. That was Modern Echo. What am I doing? Now, save your voice, okay? She won't be convinced. She's like one of those stubborn folk you get into internet arguments with. Meow. Besides, none of it matters now. She's going to get executed soon. Executed? What? Meow. That is how this game is done. Don't you remember the magical girl one? No, I can't be executed. I'm a celebrity. I'm a legend. I'm a conductor in an age where orchestral music is becoming less and less popular by the day, Meow. Let's put things into perspective here.
I can't die! I can't! I've gotta get out! I refuse to die among disgusting filth like you when I am so clearly deserving of getting out! Get me out! Get me out! Get me out! I won't die like this. I'm gonna be someone in this world!
I hope your exit is painful, and I wish for you never to return.
Throw that shade.
I'm not dying here! I'm not dying in a shithole filled with maladjusted adults like this!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, here we go. Nice little animation. He just butt bashed it. Nice. Wow, she's kicking the floor. Oh, got her. What's it gonna be? I see you're blinding her like she blinded Aichi. Oh. A final performance? Or is it all going to go wrong? Chaque rose a son épine. I probably butchered that pronunciation. I'll be silent. That doesn't feel good. Oh, jeez. Did you just decapitate decapitate her? Yeah, I think they did. Classic. Use someone's talent as a way of executing them. Ugh. Well, there we go. Oh my god. What did we just... No, we saw nothing, didn't we? No one's dead, right? Right? Yeah, Kotaro didn't exactly look displeased about that. In fact, he looked pretty damn happy. What's with that look from him? Yeah, that's creepy as hell. What the fuck are you doing smiling? Celebrating. Yeah, he don't give a shit. And to be honest, I'm not going to go as far as say I'm glad she's dead, but I'll certainly say I didn't really feel any sympathy for her. She deserved that. She killed Aichi. She killed my best friend. Meow, shocking twist. Kotaro seems to now enjoy pain and suffering. No, I don't. Stop putting words in my mouth. All that any of you do is put words in my mouth. I'm just so immensely happy he got the justice he deserved. Margo, tight beat. Not now, Taka. Meow, so how are we all feeling, my lovely patients? I'm sick of this. Wow, interesting coming from you. Meow, good you're here then. I'm here to cure sickness. This endless cycle of crimes, killing, punishment. Meow, calm your tits, bro. It's only been 2 murderers. Hopefully that was the last parasite unworthy of redemption. It's stupid, really. What are you even doing this for? The authorities will come soon enough and... Kyoshi, stop. Ray smiled at me. Do you have a death wish or something? It's not worth it to argue. No one is coming to help. We just have to collaborate. It's kind of hard to collaborate when everyone pushes me away for little altercations I've done in the past. You did the same thing to me. Why is it so hard for you to deal with suddenly? Besides, those little altercations were literally kidnapping people. Need I remind you how many people your little teenage rebellion killed? We're not doing this again. They turned to look at me. We're not fighting like this again. God damn it, let's just accept we're all terrible people and move on. Only one of us is innocent. It's highly likely if you're friends with someone who doesn't have their crime revealed, they could have done something terrible. So what are you going to do when that gets out revealed? Isolate them? Disregard them? That's counterproductive and just going to lead to more deaths. So god damn it, instead of just deflecting and saying, I may be bad but X did this, let's accept what we did. Let's actually try and achieve this redemption Mononeko speaks of. Maybe there's something left for us. Okay, Shinku's stepping up. Maybe you're right. Huh. I see. Ray's smile grew as he walked over to me carefully, everyone else murmuring to each other. Oh, Jesus. What's that face? My heart dropped as he whispered a few words carefully into my ear. A few ears carefully into my ear.
That sounds just like something the person behind this would say.
Does he think I'm the traitor? Oh, God. Well, that's not good, is it? Is that everything, then? Oh?
So, what was your name again?
Takigo Ushina, ultimate little sister, reporting for duty.
You're taller than I expected.
I get that a lot.
We'll get you started tomorrow.
Get me started on doing what?
Benefiting us, as stated in the trade agreement.
Yes. Alright. Since I completely know what this is.
Are you really the right ultimate your country was meant to send?
Yep, Takigo Ushina in the flesh. I'm happy to make you smile.
I can't believe you're the one the government picked. Jesus. We could have had the pyrotechnician with endless firepower, or the wits and knowledge of the ultimate mentalist.
What's this about? I've said before, haven't I, about the title of this game, Antebellum, and what it means. Being about war and all that, or relating to it. Interesting.
But they chose the little sister instead. What were they even thinking?
And if this is connected to Hope's Peak, then the war might be a reference to the tragedy then, right? I assume.
I couldn't tell you.
Interesting little scene, that. We're done. There we go. That was Chapter 2, Deadly Life. That was a big one. And, yeah, like I say, I sort of struggled to visualise things in my head for a variety of reasons there, but we got through it. It's fine. And, like I say, for future trials, at least I've got some of the mechanics down. And it'll probably help, like I say, using the memo feature on my phone just to write things down as I go along. So I've actually got them, an actual record, so I don't forget things if I end up having another break between uploads and recording sessions. So, there we go. Right, Yui's dead. Conductor girl's gone. No more sing-song voice, thankfully. I'm not unhappy about that one disappearing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how many episodes I'll have split this down into, but probably more than a few, which will be good. And yeah, I'll have to check out Chapter 3 Daily Life. I'll have to keep my eye, of course, on the devs' itch.io page or whatever it is, to check in case Chapter 3 Deadly Life has come out yet. I don't think it has, but we'll see. And you never know. It might come out actually in the new year, for all I know. So yeah, other than that, we'll wrap up here. Facebook and Twitter links down below, along with a link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. And if you enjoyed, a like is of course always appreciated. But other than that, this is General Red signing off. Goodbye, everybody. Take that. Oh, did I just fucking grenade myself? I think I did, didn't I? Don't run. Fuck you! Oh god, I think they take a lot of shots, these things, don't they? Uh-oh. Oh, I don't have friggin' pulse ammo. Okay, I killed one of them. God, that thing made a horrible noise. No. God, you have to get back real quick. No, no! Oh! Shit! Fuck you! Oh! There's another one! Oh, fuck me, I don't have friggin' health for this!